Reasons? We don't need no stinking reasons. If Trump wants to assassinate somebody, all he has to do is say, bad person. Seriously. Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so as important as the future of healthcare and the future of education and the future of our young people and ending homelessness in the United States and you know, diminishing poverty, as important as all those things are, war and peace are big issues too. And Donald Trump a couple of weeks ago took us right up to the edge of World War III. Scared the bejesus out of lots of us, myself included, or concerned the bejesus out of us. And, you know, by assassinating General Soleimani. At the time he did, in the way that he did, inside Iraq, on the road to the Baghdad airport, at the same time killing the head of an Iraqi Shia militia, which was fighting ISIS. Now, the effect of this were multiple. The effects were multiple. Number one, the country of Iraq said, hey, you just blew up a guy inside our country who was trying to engage in peace negotiations between Iran and Saudi Arabia. You know, and we were party to that, and we don't appreciate it. We'd like you all to leave. So the Iraqi parliament kicks us out of the country. Trump says, oh, you want us to leave? We're going to impose sanctions on you. We're going to starve you. And we're going to prevent you from using a banking account, which is the one way that you can sell your oil. I mean, this is just insane, right? But Trump said that. So number one, Iraq wants us out. Number two, Iran says, see, the JCPOA, the Iran deal, the Iran nuclear deal that Trump, quote, pulled us out of, well, Iran had been honoring it. And Europe had been honoring it up until Soleimani was killed. Now, we were ignoring it, but everybody else was like, okay, we're going to stay with this. And the day after Soleimani is blown up, Iran says, that's it. We're not complying with this anymore. They walked it back a little bit and said that they're not going to kick out the inspectors. So they're still sort of complying with it. But basically, they put us on notice that, you know, if you're going to treat us this way, we're not going to play. And then Trump raised the sanctions on Iran, pushing Iran even closer to economic chaos. And, you know, what do countries in economic chaos do? Very often they go to war. Now, this is all really serious stuff, right? We nearly had a war. Oh, and the third thing that happened is that the efforts of the government of Iraq and of the two Shia militias in Iraq, one affiliated with Iran, the other affiliated with Iraq, the leaders of both of which were killed in this airstrike against Soleimani, they both, you know, all of them said, we're going to stop all our efforts against the Islamic State. So now the Islamic State in Iraq is free to grow again, which they are doing. So Trump made Iraq less safe, made Iran less safe, made the world less safe, made America less safe, pissed off a whole bunch of people about us. And so, you know, Democrats in Congress are like, well, why'd you do that? Why did you engage in a behavior that had all these stupid outcomes? Why would you do that? And Trump says, well, there was an imminent threat. The law says I can assassinate somebody. If any minute now, it's the ticking time bomb thing, right? If any minute now, they're going to blow up something that belongs to the United States. They're going to hurt us. They're going to hit us. Because that was the only legal way he could do this. You don't assassinate a senior figure in a foreign government without a damn good reason. And his being a bad guy isn't a good enough reason. That's a great reason to bring charges against him at The Hague or issue an international arrest warrant or get a bunch of countries together to do. But blow him up? No. Because of all of these negative consequences. ISIS was strengthened by Trump doing this. Al-Qaeda was strengthened by Trump doing this. The United States was weakened by Trump doing this. So, he says, oh, well, it was imminent. And then his little toadies go on TV, Mike Pompeo, oh, yes, it was imminent. And then Trump says, oh, they were going to attack our embassy. So the Democrats said, well, show us some proof. And he said, oh, I don't need to show you any proof. And he goes on TV and he says, they're going to attack 4 embassies. So then the head of the Pentagon, the defense secretary, goes on TV and says, well, no, I didn't see anything that said anything about 4 embassies, no. So Trump's just lying through his teeth here. And now this morning he tweets, the fake news media and their Democrat partners are working hard to determine whether or not the future attack by terrorist Soleimani was imminent or not, and was my team in agreement. The answer to both is a strong yes, but it doesn't really matter because of his horrible past. So Trump now says, well, it doesn't really matter. In other words, what he is saying is that he can go to war, or he can take an action that could put us in the middle of a war anytime he wants, under any circumstances, essentially, as long as that person is a terrible person. This is not how democracies work.